Random Superimpose Productions presents a video about an external hard drive. So here's the drive in question. It's a little Seagate Backup Plus, slim. Let's see if it'll focus on this. Portable storage, backup made easy. Actually, if we have a look here, you can see here as well, Adobe Creative Cloud Photography Plan. 2-month membership included. Must redeem by X, that date. Okay, well, I have no interest in Creative Cloud, so I guess there's one thing. If you'd like to read anything on the back here, please do pause the video. Looks like it's just a bunch of different languages, though. Excuse me. Alright, so 1.5 terabytes. This sells brand new ordinarily for, I think it was like $100 or something like that. They're on sale right now for $60. It's a $40 discount. And on top of that, I happen to have a gift card. So, and you'll be in shock when you actually do see the final price here. This is what I paid for it. No joke. $18.64 for 1.5 terabytes. Now that is a deal. That's why I bought it. So let's go ahead and open it. Really, my real reason for making this video is just to talk about a few things. This isn't the most interesting thing in the world, but it gives me an excuse to do so. So, theoretically at least, we can, assuming there's no other protections, we should be able to just open this up. I've always never really quite understood why they make it as difficult to open these packages as they do. Because it's another one of those anti-theft things. So, in the package, we have our Creative Cloud Photography Plan. I wonder if the code's on that. No, they want you to register your product, so blah, I don't care. What else is in here? Oddly enough, they actually do still give you a quick start guide. In a whole bunch of different languages. So there's some pictograms. So, I suppose to somebody that might actually be useful, but I don't really need it. So, it's not difficult to plug in a hard drive. This is the silver version. I would have preferred a red one, but oh well, you can't have everything. I didn't even look at what colors they had, if they even had any colors. But now we should be able to get this open. How is this supposed to open? I don't know. I don't want to damage it, or like rip it open or anything like that. How is this supposed to open? Tell you what, blister packs. Alright, so you get your drive, then you get your USB cable. It's in a nice little protective plastic thing. Go ahead and remove it from that little protective plastic thing. It's got an S on the back. Very lightweight. It's not really much to it. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Okay, I'm not real sure how visible this is, but back there, I've got it just about ready to go. Not sure what it thinks it's focusing on, but it's right there. So we'll go ahead and get myself situated nicely. Go ahead and for the first time, somehow, come on, there we go. Plug it in. It's got a white light. The computer sees it. Down there. There it is. Seagate Backup Plus. So now what I can do is I could use it to consolidate some drives, which is why I picked it up, because I got quite a fair few drives here. A lot of people love to get on my case about my hard drive setup, but have a look at this. Most of those are full. I got a lot of storage that I need, because I keep a lot of data. So that's why I've got as many drives as I do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one out, this one as well, and probably even this one, because that is what, 500 gigs, 300 gigs, and 100 gigs across all of them. So that's about 900 gigabytes. That's still less than the 1.5 terabytes on the new drive, and I'll have to set up a backup and all that. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're getting started here. That is going to take a while, however. 5 hours. So, now I'm going to talk about other things, because I've pretty much talked in depth about this drive. There really isn't much else to talk about. I got 2 USB hubs. You can see one there and one there. One back there is giving me all kinds of grief. I don't know what's wrong with it. But it's powered from the wall. It's a little SIIG, SIG or SIG or something. I really don't even know. It's a 10-port hub. It's supposed to be powered. Down here, somewhere, you may be able to see I've got all kinds of power delivery stuff. One of those is the wall wart for that USB hub. Well, it's not working. And I'm not entirely sure why. Just that it's not working. So, don't know what happened there, but when I plug hard drives into it, they don't work quite right. And I discovered that with this one, as well as the one that I just removed. There was another one underneath this. When I transfer data between them, they disconnect themselves. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to replace that USB hub, so that kind of sucks. This was a Toshiba, what was it, a Canvio 3.0 something. It's Canvio Basic. I have one right here. So you can see this little black thing. That's a 1 terabyte version of pretty much the same thing. It's a 2 terabyte drive I was using to store backups. And I noticed that it had disappeared from my roster of drives. And I'm like, what the hell? So I took a closer look at it and noticed that, we'll go ahead and we'll have a demonstration here. If I go over to this, if it actually comes up, is it going to come up? Is it going to work? Is it going to oblige? Well, it's a little dim, but there is a white light on it. I don't know if you can actually see it. Probably not very well on this camera. Well, maybe just barely, but there's a white light on that enclosure there. I had a blue light. Like, what the hell? And when I plugged it into the computer kept saying USB device not recognized. Okay, so I unplugged it, changed the cable, same problem. Plugged it into a different USB hub. Okay, same problem. Took it out, plugged it into my tablet, and it still was broken. So I was like, okay, what's the warranty like on this thing? Apparently Toshiba external hard drives are only warranted for 1 year, which is kind of stupid. I think that's the least amount of warranty time I've ever seen any manufacturer give for a hard drive. I have to wonder why that is. Maybe this is exactly why it is. So I said, well, you know what? It's only a backup drive. There's nothing I can really lose. I took it apart. Here are the remains of the drive. So you can see there's really not much to it. It's some rubber shock mounts, this little thing, and that's the cover. This is the problem right here. This is a translation board, which goes from the serial ATA to the USB. Now, some drives have this built into the controller on the drive. Fortunately, this one doesn't. This thing went bad. Plug in a known good drive into it, and it doesn't work either. So I just took the drive out, and I put it in this, and as it turns out, there's nothing wrong with it. I get that out of the way so I can actually work on this. See if I can find it. It seems to have disappeared now. There it is. So here's the drive. Here's all the data. 2 terabytes. So I was using this to store the backup for my video drive. So it's a good thing this still works, because 2 terabytes is not cheap. I'll tell you what. It's not even on sale either. So there you go. But I'm going to transfer that from this enclosure over to this little Vanatech Nexstar CX, because in there is a 300 gigabyte drive I'm going to not stop using. And this doesn't really fit in this enclosure, if you can tell, because this is a tall drive. So change that out, and all should be hunky-dory. Okay, our transfers are working. They're not going to be fast. That says 5 hours, and neither of the other two really says anything. I don't really have much else to say for you, so that is pretty much it for this video of the Seagate Backup Plus Slim. It was an unboxing, plus some chatter about some random other things. This is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then.